What up, y'all? I'm back with another video, and I'm here to do the 23rd installment of my Albums I Recommend series. And if you don't know what the Albums I Recommend series is, since I don't do it that often, I wouldn't be surprised if some of you don't know what that is. I mean, by the title, it should be pretty obvious, but yeah, Albums I Recommend is just um, when I get most times at least 10 albums, and they're not even always albums. They're albums, mixtapes, and EPs, just projects. Anytime I get, for the most part, at least 10 over a certain amount of time, I'll put together an albums I recommend video and put the video out. But I only really do it for albums that I think people might not know that people albums that people might not know had dropped. Because if it's something popular, there's really no need for me to make an albums recommend video about it. Well, at least compile a video of at least 10 or so popular albums that you probably already knew that it dropped. So it's usually just for albums that I don't think a lot of people know um, are have released from artists and so, mostly hip hop, but other genres and subgenres of music. So yeah, today I have 10, which is usually, like I said, the normal. And let's go ahead and get right into it. The first one I want to talk about is Ito and Superior with Long Story Short. This is that, I can't really say classic, even though it does sound classic to me because I just love the way it sounds. It's that cold new wave boom bap hip hop. Ito has been having one heck of a year so far with this and Hell's Roof that he had with DJ Muggs. Superior, I've been knowing about his production for a while, ever since coming with OK Though, and yeah, this is what I mean. Like artists who you might not necessarily know of, or something might have dropped that you just didn't see. And sometimes I find stuff. Well, actually, more times than not, I do find stuff. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe that'll be an albums recommend video, or maybe it won't. But I'm also gonna review this project though. Um, do a written review on OKThough.com. So be sure to peep for that. The next one I want to talk about is Phonte with Pacific Time. Pacific Time. It's an EP that's very short, like 4 tracks long. I want to say 11 to 12 minutes. Very smooth, funky, and soulful music. You hear some instrumental on here, but you just hear Fonte's production with features from other artists on here. I want to say even Khalid was featured on the last track, so that was cool to see. Next project is Choosey and Exile with Black Beans. This is that feel good West Coast shit. Choosey and Exile both have been doing this for a good while now, and yeah, just feel good West Coast shit is what I pretty much have to say about this. The next is, now this is something a lot of y'all probably know this dropped, but Khalid with Free Spirit, and it's Khalid. Even though I'm not really feeling this project like that, like I felt Sun City, the Sun City EP, and I'm not feeling it like I felt, even though I didn't review it, American Teen, his debut album. I still, it's just, I like this. It's just not all the way there for me. I mean, I see why some people love it. I see why some people not necessarily hate it, but just dislike it. It's, um, it's just not hitting like that. But I still recommend it because I do think it's good and it's Khalid. Next is Jay Prince with Wonder EP. Uh, man, be honest, man, it's just some bangers on here and some real feel good music as well, conscious music. He reminds me of, honestly, Khalid, Saba, the MC from Chicago, and Buddy from South Central LA. If I'm being honest, there are parts where I was like, man, I'm just really getting those vibes. Next, we have the Dirtball with Skull Hollow. The Dirtball um, is he's been doing this for what? Since like the mid '90s, I want to say, from what I saw. Um, with Skull Hollow, this is just some freaking galactic, toxic West Side hip hop, right? And I don't mean toxic like a bad thing. I mean toxic like if you just saw the album cover, if you check this project out and you just see the album cover, you'll know why I said it was freaking toxic and galactic. And also the music fits that like galactic kind of like alien spacey type of shit, and the music also kind of fits that toxic vibe, but not like it's not bad. Even though like I can't think of any other way to describe toxic, but you'd get if you just listen to this project, and especially if you see the project's cover. Next, Night Lovell with Goodnight Lovell, and pretty much if you like Bones, I think you'll like this. That really, if you like Bones, check this out. Next, Ibibio Sound Machine, which some of y'all probably knew this job too. Ibibio Sound Machine with Doko Mien. This is okay. Ibibio Sound Machine is a London-based Afrobeat slash electronic group, but also, at least with this project, from what I've heard on this project, because I've known about them for a few years now, with disco and funk also on here with the Afrobeat and the electronic music. If it sounds like something that you're into, definitely check this out. Next, we have Fax with Lifelike. Fax is a indie art rock band out of Chicago, and that music scene right now, not just hip hop, but just the whole scene is from the hip hop to the jazz to the indie art rock. Like, I'm gonna have to see what else is going on because Chicago is just providing the good shit, man. And they have been for me for the past 3 years, along with Detroit. So yeah, the Midwest has just been catering to my music needs. And uh, I want to say last but not least, I think I have two more that I'm just gonna throw in there as well after this. So we have Ankhlejohn with A Cold World. That new wave boom bap that I'm telling you about. This is some of it. This is at its best. Like really, it's just some of the best new wave boom bap I've ever heard. Like Ankle's music. Ankle, is it Ankle or Uncle? Uncle. I don't know, but his voice is so perfect for these cold these cold beats, man. Like cold, kind of atmospheric, just chilly. It just you it gets cold. I get cold listening to this. Like it's just his vocal delivery, like not just what he's saying, but how he's saying it. Just some real street, some gritty, grimy shit too. It's just chilling. Um, Definitely check this out. Like if you're into somebody like I said, Edo and Superior, if you something like that's up your alley, this would be up your alley too. Also want to recommend Anderson .Paak's Ventura. I wanted to review it, and I had such high hopes for it because it had so much potential. It felt like Malibu. Well, it had more Malibu vibes than Oxnard did. And what was the other project he had? Part is No Worries. Yes, Lord with Knowledge, I want to say. It just felt more like Malibu here with Ventura, but it just was not anything that special to me like Malibu was. But still, like Khalid, it's like definitely check it out because I still think it's good music and it's Anderson .Paak. I mean, if I recommended Khalid because it's Khalid, what do you think I'm gonna do for Anderson .Paak? I mean, yeah. And what was the other one? Hold on, I had one more actually because I wrote it. Oh, Vinny Paz from Jedi Matrix and Tragedy Gaddafi from the Outlaws, I want to say, with Camouflage Regime. Uh, Look, if you know what to expect from these artists, then you already know what you're getting yourself into. So if you want to check this out, but if you don't, just Vinny Paz has that voice where it's like you just gotta. It's like a dog barking. This man's voice is so commanding. It's so rough and scruffy. Then you have Tragedy coming on there, sounding smooth, but also he's got that voice too, but not like Vinny. Vinny is just like that. This man sounds like he was raised inside of a Timberland. Like he has one of those voices, like one of those New York acts. Well, he's from Philly actually, but still, just that cold, gritty, scruffy, that grind, just that rough voice over these beats that are cold as well is perfect. And Tragedy to come in, it meshes well. So 12 projects I had to recommend. Um, Are you gonna check any of these projects out? Have you heard these projects? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you haven't and you do check these projects out, definitely let me know what you think about them. And let me know what you have to recommend to me in the comment section below. Maybe I would, maybe I don't know something. Well, I'm sure there are plenty of things I don't know that dropped, but maybe something dropped that I just completely have slept on. It has just slipped my, it just fell off my radar. Um, well, it didn't get picked up on my radar, and maybe I'd end up reviewing it if I really enjoy it, or I'd put it in my next albums recommend video, and be sure to give you credit for bringing that project to my attention, putting me on, pretty much, for putting me on. So yeah, be sure to hit the like button if you like this video, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new and like the content that you see. Also, be sure to check the description so you can see all my social media links and everything else that I have down there for you to click on, because I have a good amount of links down in the description. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all next time.